Hey everyone, it's Matt from HowToMotorcycleRepair.com. In today's video I have something for all the dads out there. I have 3 kids, currently ages almost 7, 5, and 3, and I thought I'd get them into Power Wheels because, I don't know, they're awesome, man. I've always wanted them when I was little. I never owned one. I remember being at the park. I used to try to mooch some rides off people and, sometimes just take them for a spin, and they weren't too happy about it. But in any case, I picked these up pretty cheap. The red one there I picked up for $75. Had a fresh battery in it, and they've been using it for a year or two already, so that's been a pretty good buy there. The little guy here, the pink one, my brother bought when my daughter was a newborn, so it sat in the basement for about a year or whatever. But in any case, what I'm going to cover in these videos is bumping the voltage. The pink one there is a 6 volt, and I bumped it up to 12 volt, and it's always in 12 volt mode. I mean, I don't worry about it, and it's been pretty reliable. It got to the point on 6 volt, it was way too slow, and they wouldn't even ride anymore. So as soon as I bumped it up to 12 volt, I mean, they definitely still enjoy it from time to time. I mean, it's to the point where if it gets traction, it'll loop out, so it's more than enough power. The red one here, it's always in 12 volt. Time to time, I'll bump it up to 24, and the kids can have fun with it for a few minutes. But it does get hot. The motors get pretty hot, and frankly, it's freaking fast. It's probably too fast for my kids, and I don't want to be worried about them crashing or whatever. So I'll cover both of them probably in separate videos, but this intro will be the same for both. And then I'll also have another video on the best Power Wheel charger, because I just use regular fire alarm batteries, the AG something sealed batteries, and I don't deal with the Power Wheels batteries or chargers. So I'll cover that in another video. Okay, so let's start with the 6 volt version. Here was the stock battery, and it pretty much it wasn't holding a very good charge anymore. It was time to buy a new one. So you can see here's a 12 volt version. Look how much bigger it is. So obviously there's got to be a lot of cutting involved here. I'll show you that in a second here. So you can see I just basically cut a lot of the material out here, and it is weaker. I mean, it's no doubt weakening the strength of this Power Wheel, but who cares, right? I mean, they're 6 inches off the ground. So yeah, you definitely have to cut that out, and I used a pneumatic body saw and a razor blade to do that. One thing I want to mention, I believe all this right here, I think there's a circuit breaker under here. I'm not positive, but I was unsure, so I decided to install a circuit breaker. This is a 30 amp Bussmann circuit breaker that you can go to AutoZone and buy for like $4 to $5. So I run these on all the Power Wheels. I run it on the positive wire, which is the white. The black is negative. And I buy these batteries off eBay for like $35. They're a 12 volt, 12 amp hour, and these are sealed. It's non-spillable, so that's important. You don't want to use a car battery or a tractor battery that has acid in it, and it can potentially leak, for your kids' safety and whatnot. And I prefer to use a circuit breaker over a fuse, because I mean, if I'm not home and they're cruising around and my wife is the only one home, if a fuse pops, she's probably not going to change it out. So at least this will allow things to cool down, and it'll reset and whatnot. So I just use fast on connectors. I just go to Ace and grab a bunch out of the bin. Alright, and one thing about this is that the seat doesn't close all the way. But it's good enough. So that's pretty much all that's involved in the conversion. I mean, You just take the 6-volt battery out, snip the wires, put your fast-ons on, and slide your 12-volt battery in there. So it's been running like this. Let's see here. I got this battery in 2013, so it's been a year and a half since I've done the modification, and I've had 0 issues with any failures, and the kids ride this a lot, so it's definitely a good thing to do once they get bored of the 6-volt. Alright, Ben, take 6 volts for a ride. This is 6 volts, fully charged battery. It's about 5 or 6 years old. Alright, go, bud. Pretty slow, huh? What do you think? Is it slow? You want it faster? Alright, let's do it. 12 volt, go!